he better accept this. That Kerala is different. We don't want to be like other BJP states. Have a discussion with the states. This is a state subject. As far as Kerala is concerned, it's very clear. No, central government has no role here.
Cooperatives is a state subject. So why has the union government suddenly made a ministry for it? And the portfolio is allocated to Amit Shah. How do you see this?
Well, that precisely is the question. It's purely a state subject. If at all central government has any locus standi, it is with respect to multi-state cooperatives. But that doesn't require a ministry. Now, without consulting any of the states as to what is the objective of the new ministry, and so they set up a ministry. And charge is given to Amit Shah. Now, normally, suppose agriculture ministry is made, cooperative agriculture has always been correlated. Cooperation has nothing to do with home ministry. So the record of Amit Shah is in Gujarat, where he has been instrumental in taking over the cooperatives from Congress, and that has become a powerful base within which BJP operated. So I fear that this is a purely political motive, orientation. One by one, BJP is trying to control this kind of popular fora, and this is precisely the thinking behind this new move. And this is not isolated. If you take the whole lot of recent legislations passed by Parliament, there is a common denominator, and that is undermining of the state rights, including the dissolution of a state itself. So, we have to read this new move in this broad background of BJP's nationalist narrative where federalism has no meaning, and also the political past of Amit Shah.
So we don't really know what the ministry will do. But Amit Shah gave certain hints. At the recent National Cooperative Conference, he said that the Multi-State Cooperative Societies Act 2002 will soon be amended by the Union Government to facilitate the functioning of multi-state cooperative societies. How do you view this?
The multi-state cooperatives are a reality. It was brought in by earlier government than the present one. Now, obviously, they want to promote multi-state cooperatives, fund it, support it. So that becomes a very big parallel structure to state-registered cooperatives. So, with the setback they received in the Supreme Court, which upheld the position of Gujarat High Court, it's now very difficult to intervene within state-registered cooperative structure. So I think the strategy would be to promote the multi-state cooperatives which will be under the central government.
Amit Shah also said that there is a need to increase the number of primary agriculture cooperative societies. So on the face, these do look like amendments that are necessary, and if the opposition opposes, that would be looked as criticism for the sake of it.
Very well. Pacts are a different kettle altogether. Central government has no role in pacts. That is fully within the ambit of state register of cooperatives and the apex bodies, state level apex bodies. And if at all he wants to intervene there, only agencies in about refinancing. I don't know what they are up to. These statements make some, it's not clear how they can intervene in pacts. That would be against the existing law, legal frame, and it will be resisted. But obviously there is something cooking up.
So you firmly believe that there is no good intention behind such a ministry?
No, see, have a discussion with the states. This is a state subject. So we given that, what is preventing them to come and sit with the state and see what is what they have in mind and evolve a consensus? These are all unilateral actions taken by the central government, which is just not right.
Now let us move to the rights of cooperatives in states. How will such a ministry impact them?
Which one?
Cooperatives in state. How the ministry will impact cooperatives in states?
Now, see, multi-state cooperatives, now they are under the central registration, that they can. But no state-level cooperatives can be formed by union government. That whether to permit or not will depend upon the cooperative registrar in Kerala. As far as Kerala is concerned, it's very clear. No, central government has no role here. We have the most powerful cooperative system in the country. Say the credit cooperative structure that contributes to still a major component of the agricultural loans in Kerala, unlike most of other states. And we don't have that kind of, like IFCO and so on, but very powerful and model non-credit cooperatives like, for example, Uralangal Labour Contract Society, Kerala Dinesh BD Cooperative, and some of our credit primary societies are also providing the multi-services to the locality in an exemplary manner. The left has got very clear perspective on the development of our state. So that strategy involves one redistribution so that the poor are protected. They are assured of basic needs and so on.
There is also the issue of federalism. So how the ministry would impact federalism, federal structure and the rise of the states? Amit Shah said that this is not a move against the states, but to go with them.
BJP's whole record is undermining state power. Every sector. In fact, virtually the states, in every sector, law and order, development, finance, inroads are made into the state powers. So that is the record. So nobody is going to take his words for the face value. We are waiting to see what unveiling of the deep game behind this move.
Amit Shah recently said that the cooperatives in states like Kerala are controlled by political parties. The political fortunes of states like Kerala are decided by cooperatives, and the cash-rich cooperatives are controlled by political parties like your party, the CPM. How do you react?
Well, BJP is also controlling the cooperatives in Gujarat. Political parties are not bad here. They are part of democracy. What is he so embarrassed about a political party? His grudge is in Kerala, BJP doesn't have say. That is his problem. Political parties in Kerala, these are democratic land, and wherever CPM strongholds, CPM has a major influence in the cooperatives. So also Congress. And that's the way the cooperatives are, I think, around 40% or around would be, say, under the control of Congress and other opposition parties, and CPM is a major force. Yeah, but BJP is nowhere. That is his problem here. Kerala BJP's influence is little. He better accept this, that Kerala is different. We don't want to be like other BJP states, either in our ethos, our perspective, our secularism and so on. And therefore, his comment really shows what he has in mind. He thinks now he can make inroad into Kerala by setting up multi-level cooperatives, multi-state cooperatives, and nidhis under Companies Act is being set up in Kerala, large Hindu nidhis, Hindu banks. They call it Hindu bank. So they want to utilize all this even to communalize state. These attempts will not succeed in Kerala because we have very strong secular traditions, particularly in the Hindu community. Our Renaissance in Kerala was led by sages who thought, in fact, the spiritualism is above religious divide. Our biggest slogan of our Renaissance was, it doesn't matter which caste or religion you are, as long as you're a good man. And here is now BJP ideology who wants to state, if you want a good person, you have to be Hindu. That's not going to be accepted by even Hindus of Kerala. So BJP better accept this. Amit Shah better come to terms on this, that Kerala will not accept them.
Would you, however, agree that the way cooperatives are managed needs an overhaul? Recently, we saw the Kaivanur bank scam, where many people lost money. Where states and cooperatives gone wrong? What should be the urgent corrective measures?
Urgent corrective measures have to be taken. One, the system of audit has to be very rigorous. And two, there must be much more training professional for the cooperative representatives in the Saudis and so on, so that they take more professional decision. And the cooperative officials also has to be, their wages, everything is on a par with the banking sector. And therefore they should give service of that level itself. So this is an issue that has come up, and we will address it. Because as I told you, cooperatives are going to play a very important role in Kerala development, and therefore we want to clean it up if there is any problem anywhere. Now you call all these names on cooperative corruption and so on. What's happening in the central government here? You look at the level of corruption, the Rafale deal or and all this, take PM cares, what are the fund with no accountability, electoral bonds. The level of corruption, then you pick around a problem in a cooperative in some corner of Kerala. Well, we don't want that problem. Even once some corner of Kerala, we'll take corrective steps.
We have already started over it.
Yes, we have already started. For example, political level, our party has decided, party committees will examine thoroughly what is the situation. That's a political intervention. And government will take government's action. So zero tolerance to any level of corruption in the cooperatives.
So let us, to sum up, you have said that you would oppose to this and that. Kerala will oppose the union government's move to take over another state subject.
Absolutely, we will oppose it tooth and nail, and I am certain there will be a lot of people who will be willing to join hands. No state government is going to support that. BJP, except BJP, of course. So we will start a dialogue across the country so that people are alert to what is happening in the center and have a united front to resist the inroads into this important subject which is within the domain of the state governments.
Thank you.